Good morning, our viewers. Welcome on our video today. As you can see, we are dealing with biology. This is form 2. We have questions and answers here. This one is an exam that is out of 100 marks. You can see it is very long. I will request you to watch this video so that you can benefit out of this discussion. If this is your first time to watch our videos, I would request you to take this opportunity and hit subscribe button, like button to this video, and it will be recommended to other viewers. At the subscribers, we really want to thank you guys for the support that you have given us. Question number 1, you are told, name the respiratory surfaces in mammals. Respiratory surfaces in mammals are alveolus. In fish, they are called gill filament. If you write gill only, you get it wrong. B, you are told to state the characteristics of the site named A above. What is the characteristics of alveolus? Number 1, they are moist. They have moist surface. Number 2, highly supplied with blood capillaries, that is highly vascularized. Number 3, they have thin epithelium. Number 4, they have increased surface area. Question number 2, you're told, name the organelle that perform each of the following functions in a cell. A, transport of packaged glycoproteins. That one is Golgi bodies. You can also call them Golgi apparatus. B, destruction of worn out cells. That one is lysosomes. Synthesis of protein. That one is ribosomes. Question number 3, you are told, some form 1 student were tend to collect the following animals for study in the laboratory. State the suitable apparatus they should use to get or to catch the following animals. Roman A, flying insects. What appropriate apparatus or suitable apparatus? That one is sweep net. If they wanted to collect or catch crawling, stinging insect, the best apparatus is a pair of forceps. They also wanted to collect some small animals from the tree barks, and the best apparatus is putter. Let's go to question number 4. You're told, study the diagram below and answer the questions that follow. You can see the diagram here. It has a starch grain, part labeled A, part labeled B, and another part and dot like. You are told this one is fat lipid droplets. You are told, identify the structure labeled A and B. A and B. The A is stroma, B is granum. Stroma, granum. You can see. And B, you are told what processes take place in the part labeled A and B. Processes that take a part in or take place in a stroma and a granum. Part A, we have carbon 4 oxide fixation. B is photosynthesis. Question number 5, you are told to state 3 environmental factors that increase the rate of transpiration. We have high light intensity. Number 2, high temperature. Number 3, strong wind. Number 4, low humidity. Number 5, low atmospheric pressure. Let's go to number 6. You are told, differentiate between transpiration and guttation. Differentiate between transpiration and guttation. And we have a table here. We have drawn a table so that we can differentiate the two. We have one signed transpiration, the other signed guttation. Transpiration is a process of loss of water from plant in gaseous form. while gatiation is loss of water in plants in liquid form. Transpiration occur in leaves, cuticle, lenticels, and stomata. Gatiation occur in hydrodonts, that is where it happens. Question number B, you are told state 2 conditions that are necessary for opening of the stomata. That one is high pH, number 2 is light. Question number 7, explain why transit are not efficient in transporting water up to the plant. Why are they not efficient? The reason is they have perforated cross walls that hinder smooth flow of water. You are told next question, name a structural unit of lipins. That one is fatty acids and glycerol. Next you are told state 3 important functions of lipins in living organism. What are the functions of lipins in living organism? Number 1, lipins form part of the cell membrane. Number 2, provide insulation of bodies of animals. Next, it's a source. Lipins are a source of metabolic water. And then the last one, they provide energy in absence of carbohydrates. Let's go to number 9. State 2 ways in which xylem are adapted to their function. What is the work of the xylem? Is to transport water from the soil to all parts of the plant. So how are they adapted to their function? Number 1, they are lignified. That is to say, they are thickened. They have thickened walls to prevent collapsing. Number 2, they are narrow to facilitate capillarity. Number 3, they are hollow and tubular for continuous flow of water. And then number 4, in the last one, side walls are pitted to allow lateral movement of water and mineral salt. Let's go to question number 10. You are told the state 2 differences between closed and open circulatory system. 2 differences between open and closed and open circulatory system. This question is very common. They keep on repeating it. So in a closed circulatory system, blood flows in a confined or enclosed vessels, while in open circulatory system, blood is not confined to vessels but flow in cavities and is in direct contact with tissues. Then blood flow under high pressure in a closed circulatory system, while in open it flows under low pressure. Let's go to question number 11. You are to define the following terms. A tissue. What is a tissue? A tissue is a specialized cells grouped together and perform particular function. What is an organ? Organ is a specialized tissues grouped together to perform a particular function. What is an organ? Organ system. Organ system is several organs that are synchronized and coordinated to perform a particular function. You can see the terminologies. These are biology terminologies that you must use while answering the questions. Question number 12, you're told the table below shows the concentration of some ions in pond water and in the cell shape of an aquatic plant growing in a pond. So they are showing you a concentration of some ions in pond water, that is in water, and cell shape, and that one is in aquatic plant, that is a plant that grow in water. So we have ions, different types. We have sodium, potassium, calcium, and chloride. We have concentration in pond water. This is how the concentration is in a pond water. Sodium is 50, potassium 2, calcium 1.5, chloride 180. In a concentration on cell sap or in the plant is sodium is 30, potassium is 150, calcium is 1, chloride is 200. You are told question number 1, name the process by which the following ions could have been taken up by this plant. Sodium ions, you can see how the concentration in the pond water is 50 and in a plant sap is 30, and that one is diffusion. What about potassium ions? Our plant took potassium ions. You can see the concentration in water is 2 and in a plant sap is 150. That process is active transport. Let's go to the next one. For each processes named in A, Roman 1 and 2 above, state 1 concentration, state 1 condition necessary for the process to take place. What are the requirements for diffusion to take place and active transport to take place? Diffusion, a concentration gradient between the sodium in sap and those in the pond. Then active transport requires energy in the form of ATP must be available. Also oxygen and food in the living tissue for respiration or provide energy. Let's go to question number 13. Given that the diameter of the field of view of a light microscope is 2000 calculate the size of a cell in milliliters if 10 cells occupy the diameter of the field of view. If calculate the size of cell in milliliters if 10 cells occupy the diameter of the field of view. So how you calculate this one? You have size of one cell is equal to a diameter of field of view over the number of cells arranged across the diameter. You do the calculations, very simple calculations, and then you get the answer. Let's go to section B. We request you to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to this. Subscribed to this channel. To the subscribers, we request you one thing: kindly like this video, and it will be recommended to other viewers across the world. Question number 14. You are told the diagram below represent a traverse section through a plant organ, and you are told first of all look at the organ or the diagram. Look at how part J, part K, part L, part M. You are told from which plant organ was the section obtained. That one is roots. Then number 2, you're told give two reasons for your answer in A above. Why have you said it is a root organ? And because there is presence of root hairs, you can see them. There is presence of endodermis, you can see that one. Presence of star-shaped presence of xylem, star-shaped at the center, you can see it there. Then presence of phylum at the arms of the xylem. These are the phylum. This one is xylem. Let's go to the next question. Name the part labeled J, K, and L. J, K, and L. And J is epidermis. J is epidermis. K is phylum. L is here is xylem. Let's go to the next one. State two functions of the part labeled M. Part labeled M. part labeled M is here. And what is the function of this part labeled M? The function of that one is to absorption of water and absorption of mineral salt. Question number 15. A solution of sugarcane was boiled with hydrochloric acid. A sodium carbonate was heated with the Benedict's solution. An orange precipitate was formed. Why was the solution boiled with hydrochloric acid? This question, they keep on repeating it, so it is good for you to master it. Why was the solution boiled with hydrochloric acid? This is to hydrolyze or break down the disaccharides, that is non-reducing sugars. Number 2, you are told to which class of carbohydrate does sugar in sugarcane belong? That one is non-reducing sugar. You are told number C, name the type of reaction that took place when simple sugars combine to form complex sugar. That one is condensation. The type of reaction that takes place when a complex sugar is broken into simple sugars, that one is hydrolysis. Then you are told to state the form in which carbohydrates are stored in plant is stored in starch. Roman 2 in animals is stored as glycogen. Let's go to the next question. What do you expect to observe if starch was used instead of juice from a sugarcane? Explain. The color of Benedict solution would be retained. The starch cannot reduce the Benedict solution. Question number 16. You're told the diagram below shows a setup that was used to demonstrate fermentation. You can see the setup here. We have glucose solution and yeast suspension. We have oil layer. We have delivery tube. We have lime water. You are told a glucose solution, this one, was boiled and oil added on the top of it. The glycogen solution was then allowed to cool before adding yeast suspension. You're told why was the glycogen solution boiled before adding the yeast suspension, and the answer is to drive off oxygen air. Next, you are told what was the importance of cooling the glucose solution before adding the suspension. This one is to avoid killing yeast cells or denaturing of enzymes in the yeast cells. Next, you are told what was the use of the oil in the experiment. Oil was used to prevent air from getting into the yeast and glucose suspension mixture. Next, you are told state the observation at the end of experiment. The lime water formed a white precipitate. Question number E, you are told give 2 reasons why accumulation of lactic acid during vigorous exercise lead to an increase in heartbeat. This one is to supply oxygen, to break down lactic acid. Next, you are told other than carbon dioxide, name the other product of anaerobic respiration in plant. That one is alcohol and energy. Question number 17, you're told to name any 3 defects of the circulatory system in human. Name any 3 defects of the circulatory system in humans. These defects are thrombosis, number 2 varicose veins, next arteriosclerosis. We have arteriosclerosis, we have written that one. Then hypertension. Question B, you are told to state the adaptation of the red blood cells to their function. They keep on repeating this one. They are concave in shape 2, increased surface for diffusion of gases. Number 2, they have hemoglobin, which has the high affinity for oxygen. Next, they have thin walls to shorten diffusion distance. Then the last one, presence of carbonic anhydrase, which is involved in the transportation of carbon dioxide. Next, you're told name blood vessels which with the highest concentration of glucose. That one is hepatic portal vein. Next one, high concentration of carbon dioxide. That one is pulmonary artery. What is the importance of tissue fluid? Tissue fluid is a medium of exchange of substances between blood and body tissues. Question number 18, the diagram below represent part of human digestive system. You can see it is part N, from the part N, M, P, you have K, L. You are told, question number 1, name the organs labeled L. L, you can see it here, is duodenum. B, name the enzymes found in the juice secreted by part labeled M. And you are told, state the food substance they digest. So the enzyme is pancreatic amylase, and they digest the starch. Then we have trypsin, that one digests protein. Lipase digest lipids. Question number B, you are told, state the 3 features of the part labeled P that increase the surface area. Features that increase the surface area. Number 1, presence of villi and microvilli. So this part here, it has it has villi and microvilli that increase the surface area. Number 2, it is long. You can see it is very long. And then the last one, it is very long. So these are the features that make it able to increase the surface area for absorption of food. Let's go to section C. We are almost through, and we are told to describe the process of inhalation in human being. Inhalation, that is breathing in. So what happens? You are told to describe that process, the process of breathing in. So what happens is that the external intercostal muscles contract while internal intercostal muscles relax, pulling the cage upwards and outwards. Muscles of diaphragm contract, causing the diaphragm to flatten. This movement increases the volume of thoracic cavity, reducing the pressure of the thoracic cavity compared to atmospheric pressure. This causes the atmospheric air to rush into the lungs through the nostrils, and the lungs inflate. So this time they are asking you the process of breathing in. Next time they can ask you the process of breathing out. These are the technical terminologies you use. External intercostal muscle, you use rib cage, you use diaphragm, you use thoracic cavity, and so on and so forth. Last question for today, you are told, describe the opening of stomata using the photosynthetic process. You're told to describe that. How does that process happen? Through the process of photosynthesis. So our explanation is, gut cells have chloroplast. In the presence of light, photosynthesis occur in gut cells, producing sugar in the gut cells. Osmotic pressure of the gut cells increases than that of adjacent epidermal cells. Water from neighboring adjacent cells enter into the gut cell by osmosis, causing a turgidity of gut cells, which bulges outwards opening the stomata. We are through with this video. We thank you so much for watching. We hope that you have really benefited, and remember, we have said they keep on repeating these questions, and it will be good for you to keep on watching videos on biology. We have uploaded many of them here, and other subjects like chemistry, physics, mathematics, Kiswahili, and also set books. Those videos are here for you, and if you have not subscribed, we request you to take this opportunity, hit that subscribe button and like button. We want to really thank you so much, our subscriber, for taking your time to watch this video. Kindly like this video, and it will be recommended to other viewers across the world. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye for now.